So let me know who's been looking forward to the new Toxic Avenger Reboot movie. Now this is going to be starring Peter Dinklage, and it got a little bit of a hype in the early on stages of the movie, but then it kind of fell off. We didn't hear a whole lot about it until now. Fortunately, what we're hearing isn't necessarily good news. Now, there's insiders and producers of the movie saying that it is, quote, unreleaseable. That's kind of crazy to me. Now, the movie did first get its screening at a film fest called Fantastic Fest back in September, at which point it got a standing ovation. That sounds great, right? I mean, I personally would think that sounds great. But producers are saying not so much because they haven't picked up a distributor yet. No one signed on to push this movie anywhere. Now, producer Adam Misnick went on Twitter to confirm that the movie is deemed, quote, not safe enough to market, which is why he claims no one has stepped up to distribute it yet. And he said when it's all said and done, it could maybe even turn out to be, quote, lost media. Not like lost media, like as in the movie was made, it was distributed to film fests, but not anyone else. So this is like going to get thrown in a vault or an archive somewhere. I feel like that's just a lot of lost money. I mean, if you got a good standing ovation at a film fest, you should put it somewhere. But then again, if you can't get a distributor, it's kind of pointless. Now, producer also said that it is too out there, quote, too out there for theatrical release. And that if he believes it does get picked up by anybody, it would probably go straight to VOD or streaming. That is crazy. Like, what is too out there? We've had old Toxic Avengers movies in the past, which granted, it is a bit nichey and it is kind of out there. But there's always been some sort of market for it, even if it doesn't hit theaters, which I really didn't expect to begin with. I thought this would go to some streaming service. I think it would do pretty decent on a streaming service, but that's just me. I don't 100% know. There's also a quote saying, if it had great reviews, then maybe the forecast would be a little rosier, but there isn't much potential. It's too nichey. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it on Tubi a few years from now. Now, in case you didn't already know, the movie is rated R for strong violence. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I think we've had a couple PG-13 versions in the past. Don't quote me on that. I really didn't follow it too much. But I think a rated R, considering the topic is Toxic Avenger, all this stuff, rated R makes sense. But again, maybe they're worried about that on top of it being nichey is too much. So therefore, the audience is going to be even thinner than if they would have made it PG-13. Would have opened up the audience a little bit more. I don't know. But either way, they're not releasing it anytime soon because we have no distributor. It's probably not going to go to theater, and it's probably going to go right to some streaming service, which I'm completely fine with. I think it makes sense. Let me know what your thoughts are. Did you plan on watching the new Toxic Avengers reboot? Do you think it should go to the theater? Do you think it should go to streaming? Where do you think they're going to stand with this movie? Let me know down in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe button on your way out, and I'll see you in the next upload.